to Prairie A&M University. Once again, if you have questions, please utilize the raise your hand feature to get your question in the queue. With that being said, happy to be joined by Coach Jackson with Prairie A&M. Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
Coach, obviously this past week was a bye for your program. So if you could just kind of start us out just by assessing this past week for your program.
Yeah, we had a bye week at the right time, in my opinion. We were able to focus a lot on ourselves and the data from the first 6 games and heavy self-scout, heavy reflection time while trying to get better as a program, both on and off the field, send coaches out all over the country recruiting. Obviously, we're in heavy junior college and high school recruiting time with the early signing day coming up. And so it was a great time for us to be able to get a lot of work done. We were here, we were present, we practiced. There wasn't a lot of days off. We're in no position as a program to be giving guys a lot of days off, but we were able to get some guys back from some injuries and things that we faced in the first half of the season. So look forward to getting back on the field tomorrow with our guys and with a focused game plan on Southern University.
Appreciate those opening comments, Coach. First question goes to Wayne Cartwright.
Coach Jackson, how are you today?
Morning.
So when we last spoke, you talked about, you said that you guys were going to be working on how to finish drives, not stalling out. What did you guys work on specifically this week and going to work on, or worked on last week and going to work on this week to address that? And then lastly, what are you saying? What are you going to say to your team, or what have you said to your team about embracing this challenge that is going to the Bluff, man, with a big opportunity on Saturday?
Yeah, well, what we tried to do was go back and look at some of the things that stalled us out, whether it was a penalty, whether it was a drop, what was it that happened? It was somebody's fault, or whether it was the coach's fault, player's fault, my fault as the head coach, it was somebody's fault. So we tried to identify whose fault it was and how we can not make that our fault again. The second part of your question is, every time we go into an environment, since we've been in this league now, it's a new environment for us. 2 weeks ago, we were in the Cotton Bowl, brand new environment. We've just come to grips with every environment is going to be what it is, but those people in the environment outside of the field, they have no outcome. They have no effect on the outcome of the game. And so it is and always will be about us, is what we tell our guys. We got a really good opponent in Southern University. I think they're well coached. Their record, it doesn't reflect what they are. And at this point in the season, records don't. People have really good football players. They're really well coached. And when you put them in an environment, nobody wants to lose homecoming. And so we got to believe that they're going to play their best game this weekend. But the environment for us doesn't matter. Man, we create our own environment on that sideline and how we go about playing. And so I think our guys are now at a point where they believe that because they've seen it work for themselves. And we just try to embrace where we are and play football.
I like that answer, Coach. Appreciate us talking to you as every week as we do, and good luck down there against Southern.
Thank you.
Next question goes to James Hill.
Hey, Coach Jackson, I hope you and everyone in your program are well. Can you talk about the offense, the defense, and the special teams, and then also how a bye week can be utilized to move forward and be successful?
Yeah, Mr. Hill, nobody's played well in our program consistently. We've had spurts here and there in all 3 phases. We're looking for a consistent play from everybody that's involved with all 3 phases. We got to do a better job as coaches. We got to do a better job. I have to do a better job as a head football coach of making sure we're clicking in all 3 phases, because in no game we played of the 6 were we clicking in all 3 phases. So we didn't come here to be a spurty type of football team and get lucky every now and then. We came to execute at a high level, play with high levels of enthusiasm, and keep our head down, not worry about the scoreboard. And at the end, we'll find out what we are. And so until we do that, we'll always be trying to get better. And so no phase is better than any phase. What we told our guys this past week was we need to be better everywhere. And what I told the staff was they need to be better everywhere. And then I need to be better everywhere. And so we really had a lot of time to self-reflect. And what we came up with is nobody's good enough at anything. And so we have to continue to get better.
Thank you, Coach.
This question goes to Perry Daniels.
Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
Coach, you are the #1 ranked passing defense in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, almost 30 yards a game fewer than your next closest, the second-ranked team, Grambling. Sounds like you all are pretty good there. Can you assess in your passing defense, and what do you attribute that to?
Yeah, I don't think we are. I just think we've gotten lucky a few times. And I tell our kids that all the time. We're all these numbers and things that are going on right now, they don't matter. When you're chasing a championship, nothing matters until the end. At the end of the season, whenever that might be, we'll take the day after the last day, we'll get a break, and that Monday we'll come in and we'll evaluate what we were. And so maybe if we're #1 at that point, maybe I'll care. But nobody around here cares about any of that, because what we see as coaches is how the numbers should be lower. The interceptions that we dropped, the things that we needed, the techniques that we let a guy run by us or we turned the guy free. It's not good enough. And we're here changing a culture. So when you start giving people, when you're changing the culture and you start giving them a lot of kudos, we don't handle that well as people, not just as players, as people. And so again, as I said, without being disrespectful, nothing's good enough. We're not playing at the highest of the highest of level. And some people, a loser would tell you that you've only been there 10 months and you got to give yourself some leeway. That's losing to me. We didn't come here to do that. We came here to be elite. And so until we reach elite status, which we are very far away from, we're not going to be settled. And so I appreciate you pointing out that number, but just so our DBs can hear if they listen on the YouTube tomorrow, we're not good enough.
Thank you, Coach. Fair enough. I get it.
This question goes to Charles Bishop.
Yeah, Coach. Even with the prior caveat with regards to players listening, I did want to ask a question in regards to Josiah Rockwell. I was very, I guess, struck by the fact that he's able to find spots and zones that are open, as well as creating separation from DBs. But just talk about his play in terms of what it brings to the Prairie offense to balance it out, because you run the ball so well.
Yeah, Rockwell's made a few plays, but he needs to be better too. And we got to be better at finding creative ways to get him the ball. But he's got to take some onus in it, and we need to be better there with him. And so I'm excited for him, because where he came from, he didn't get very much run there. He got a little bit, but not as much as he wanted. And now he's in a situation to where he can be at some point a feature guy. But until he takes that step and we start doing that as a staff, then his production is just an average productive day for a wide receiver in what we do.
Sure thing, Coach. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Coach, as always, we appreciate your time. Look forward to speaking to you again next week.
Thank you. Go Panthers.
Thank you.